Hey, my name is Phil from legitmarketingreviews.com. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a blogger outreach service called StanVentures. And in the StanVentures review, I want to show you exactly what this company does, how it actually works, and by the end of the video, you should know if it's right for you. Now, just to let you know, StanVentures did give me a free link so I could actually go ahead and test this service. I'm still, however, going to give you my honest and personal opinion. But just as an extra bonus, they've also offered a 55% discount to those who want to go ahead and test it. So I've left a link for that in the description. Okay, so first of all, what is StanVentures? They are a white label Indo-American SEO company that helps provide backlinks to their customers and clients' websites to help drive more targeted traffic. Now, they do offer a lot of different SEO services. However, their blogger outreach service is the most popular. And just to let you know how it actually works, what happens is you provide a link and a keyword that you want to rank higher for. They're going to go ahead and find some websites that are actually relevant and related to the content you're talking about. And then they will either reach out to add in a link to existing content, or they will provide new content so it links directly to your website. So what I'm going to do is, instead of actually trying to describe what this service is, I'm going to jump behind the screen and show you how it works. Okay, so first of all, let's start here at the StanVentures website. Now, as you can see, these guys are an Indo-American white labeled SEO agency. So if you wanted to use their services for even in your own SEO agency, you can always resell their services. Now, just to let you know as well, the rankings aren't going to be instant. You don't just click a button and then you've got the first ranking position. It is a work in progress, like all link building. But if you're consistent over time, then you're going to get more rankings, which is pretty cool. Now, it's also been trusted by over 65 SEO agencies, over 2,500 businesses. So there are pretty good ones inside of here. I definitely know SEO Optics. They're pretty big in the SEO game. But let's go to the service that I talked about earlier, which is the blogger outreach service. And you'll probably know the first thing you'll see is real blogger outreach. So they're not just putting in some spammy sort of AI bot or anything like that. They're actually going out and finding appropriate websites for you. Now, if we just quickly bypass the pricing for now, I'll go over that in a second, but you'll notice here that it is 100% manual outreach. It's metric-driven prospect shortlisting, meaning they'll actually go and find some websites that have relevant content, same with relevancy and authority. And they've also got native content, meaning it sounds right instead of just stuffing in keywords that aren't really specific to the type of content that's created. Now, if we come down a little bit further, this is actually how the process happens. So you'll go ahead, if you're interested in one of these services, you will order it and you will say what is the link you want to add into and the keyword. And then what they're going to go and do is go ahead and shortlist a bunch of websites that they've worked with in the past, or new websites that are relevant to your topic. They will go through, create some different types of topic ideas with you, and then you'll get the content approval once everything is almost ready to go. And then finally, you will get your delivered order. It does take a little bit of time, up to a couple of weeks, usually a little bit less. And then you will have your new backlink. And here are some different types of sites that you can expect to see as well. But if we look at this chart here, once again, just stressing that it's not an overnight success thing. It's not like some sort of social media viral platform. Instead, it is a work in progress. As you can see, the chart over each month slowly gets bigger and bigger. And that's what it's all about. So one question you might be asking yourself is, why would I need to use a service like this? And the answer is really simple. So if you know much about SEO, you will know that to build domain authority, which helps with rankings, you need to be linked directly to high authoritative websites. Things that have a high domain rating have usually been around for a long time, and they have good content that is either being shared or it's being viewed a lot. Now, the issue is, like for me personally, when I create content, I create it with a lot of heart and a lot of soul. But the problem is then I have to go out, outreach to different blogs, websites, potentially do guest posts and try to build my domain authority like that. But all I want to do is create the content, post it it out and then continue creating content. And that's when a service like StanVentures would actually come in, because they would go and take away that part of work so you can focus on what you're actually trying to do, which for me is creating content. And that's why I've sort of been thinking about doing backlink services for a long time, or blogger outreach services, because it's just going to save me a lot of time and effort. I don't feel like I want to learn a new skill just to put out content. I hope that makes sense, because it is an extremely important part of creating a successful blog. It sort of separates the differences between either having a hobby blog that doesn't get seen by anyone, or creating a professional blog that gets ranked on Google and actually starts getting a lot of traction. So now you know what it actually involves. This is the page that they've gone ahead and created for me. So you can see it's a flat 55% off, real traffic backlinks only for the Legit Marketing Reviews fans. And if you come down, this is the different pricing. So you can see it's all got 55% discount added. They are currently having a sale right now, but it is still slightly better than their deal. So you can see they got 50% here, 50% there. So you do get a slightly higher discount inside of this link they gave me. Once again, if you want to get started, the link to that is in the description. But basically what it means is you're going to have an account manager. You've got tracking within your dashboard. You've also got a 100% money back guarantee. You get to use one anchor text and target URL, and it can take up to 3 to 4 weeks. Mine was significantly less. And you're going to get a 500+ word article, which is very important, and a permanent authority backlink. So that's really cool. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and jump into my dashboard and let you know exactly what these guys have done for me. So here is my delivery report. There may be some stuff blanked out in here that's just for privacy, but this is my delivered report that they've done for me. So let's go ahead and download that, and let me show you what it looks like. So here it is here. It's the requested target URL. I've got a review of a product called videos. I've gone ahead and submitted that link. I've also submitted the article keyword. They typed it wrong in here, but I checked it. They did it right on the article. And this is the live article that they've actually gone ahead and submitted to. Now I've gone ahead and opened that article. So this is through a website called Solution How. And just to let you know, I've gone ahead and checked the DA of this particular website. And as you can see, the domain authority is 65. So it is really high. And it has only got a spam score of 3%, which is out of 100 and is considered to be really good. So that's good. You can see the links are all very good links as well. So I'm pretty impressed with that. So let's have a look at the actual type of content that's inside of here. So inside here, the videos, if you don't know, is about video software. Basically, it creates different types of 3D animated videos, things like that. And as you can see, they've mentioned create 3D animation videos, powerful video creation software. So it's extremely relevant to what they're actually talking about. If you come down, it's all about videos. Too many video creation software programs. So there's plenty inside of here, right? It's actually all relevant, which is really good to see. And that's basically the article. Now you can see they've also linked to Forbes, which makes the article have good trust authority as well, as it's not just a stop end. It actually does take you somewhere else. And if we go back up to my link on the bottom left, you can see it directly links to my website. If I click on it to check, then you can see it directly goes there as well. So overall, it's exactly what you would expect. It's a high authoritative website. It links directly to your article. It also links to a high powered website as well. So the SEO on this page has been done perfectly. The domain is very authoritative, which we'd hope to get. And then they've delivered the report like that. So that's basically Stan Services, guys. Once again, like I mentioned earlier, the whole point of using a service like this is if you don't want to go ahead and do the manual outreach, you don't want to go and guest post on different websites, you don't want to have to go and build relationships with different website owners. This type of service is going to save you a lot of time. You're also going to be getting the power from these other high authoritative websites, which is going to help you rank over time. So that's it, guys. What I'm going to do right now is jump behind the screen one more time. That's it, guys. What I'm going to do right now is jump behind the camera one more time. I just want to talk about a few extra things. Okay, so that was my StanVentures review. As you can see, it's extremely easy to use. Simply choose the package which is right for you, send over your link as well as an anchor text, and they will do the rest for you. Now just keep in mind, it's not going to give you success overnight. However, the more you do and the longer you actually wait, it's going to grow over time. So hopefully in a few months, my article will be near the top 3, which would be very impressive, and I'll start getting even more traffic to my website. Once again, if you want to get the StanVentures discount that they have provided, I've left a link to that in the description so you can save a cool 55%. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. I've got so many great videos coming out in the near future. That's it from me. I'll see you on the next video.